Has the stream started yet? Cool. All right. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the stream. We're going over a quick little change that's happened in the last few hours with the NAM, and I'll let Nate take it away from there. And yes, I did just hijack your intro. All right, let's put it bluntly. There's going to be a stream tomorrow night. I'll let you handle it, Nate. I'm hitting dead space for a minute.
All right, well, we're doing it live. We're doing it live. All right, well. Let's just say stuff has changed, and not in a good way. Let's put it this way. Right now, the what just happened? SPC even has died. They are as confused as I am. Lit. Alright, well, we're doing that live, too. Everyone, what's up? Thanks for coming out to the stream. I'm kind of concerned. I'm going to be completely honest. So, you guys know that I have a bit of a bias towards the NAM. The NAM is the North American model. It's a very good model, in my opinion, for severe weather. So usually whenever it says something happens, it usually happens. But this time, the NAM was the only model to say one thing for about a day. And it said that this event wasn't going to really happen on that larger scale. So I was kind of forced to like shove the NAM to the side and kind of ignore the NAM for a little bit. So the NAM, my original thought going into this afternoon was, okay, there could be some activity, some tornadic activity, just like on a smaller scale, but like it would be widespread. Well, it wasn't really on a smaller scale. It was kind of a medium scale. So it was like half-half. Then the NAM came out. The newest one. And it agreed with every other model. It not only agreed, but the other models came out, and it said it was going to be worse. So as I continue to take a look at these models over and over and over again, I continue to get more concerned. So we're going to talk about what all is going to happen tomorrow. Yeah. So let's continue to take a look at all of this stuff. So
Nate?
Yeah.
I'm going to drop your stream link in Torreds. Is that cool?
Yeah,
I've
that's
got some
fine.
people watching or asking to watch.
SPC still can't show something, right? It still doesn't show exactly what all is going on. But SPC right now has a slight risk. I'm going to tell you right now, in 3 hours, I won't be surprised if they increase that to an enhance. As a matter of fact, I'm going to extreme lengths to say that maybe tomorrow, if everything holds up, you might see a moderate risk. You might see a moderate risk towards the mid part of the day from the Storm Prediction Center.
I think a moderate tomorrow is conditional upon the enhanced tonight. We've got to see what it does.
They're definitely going to issue an enhanced tonight, mainly for hail. They're going to do that for hail, and I'll get into the specifics and all that such. But for right now, let's get into the timing. You can kind of see that you have a bit of crap vection out in front of this. So you can see how storms kind of form out in front of this right towards the beginning of the day, the mid part of the day, I would say. So right around noon is when you can see some scattered storms around Kansas and Missouri. But that's not the risk. This chunky line that develops in Oklahoma into Missouri and Kansas, heading into Arkansas, is the risk. And just by looking at the specifics, let's take a look out in front of the L line. This might be actually, yeah, that's really contaminated. Let's take a look specifically. Still pretty contaminated. Let's find a sounding that's not contaminated, please. Let's check right there. Kind of contaminated, but it's fine. We'll go with it. Critical angle is perfect at 90. If you see critical angle at 90, it's the best you can get when it comes to a hodograph. Now, you can obviously look at it and say, oh, well, it's not the best and stuff like that, you know, but like for a critical angle, for the parameters that it has, it's at 90, and it says that this is perfect. However, you're still seeing the tornado thing down here, and you're like, oh, why isn't this a PDS? There were some runs, some soundings earlier that had PDS. So, let's keep that in mind. Shear values. This is the wind moving at upper levels, lower levels, you know, as many levels, you know, depends. Shear values, if we take a look, surface to 1 kilometer is 15 knots. Obviously, not too fast. But in some other spots, it gets up to like 25. I'll try and show you a sounding that's actually pretty bad real soon. But surface to 3 kilometers is still pretty consistent. 44 knots, that's right around 51, 52 miles per hour. Pretty quick. Can I explain what critical angle is? Yeah, critical angle is when the parcel turns and then basically doesn't turn red anymore, or kind of like that. When it gets past a specific area, it draws a line out and then tries to find what an angle is. So which one that is. By the way, I'll be answering questions at the end of this. I just need to get this off my chest. The Cape, over 4,500 joules per kilogram. Especially on the surface. That is mental. It is, as I open up a sunflower seed, that is extremely mental. And so usually when you have Cape numbers like that, you have the energy. The energy is there. Lapse rates. For people who don't know what lapse rates are, basically, all you should know is that when the numbers get to 8, that's when you can get some really big hail. It's just complex when it comes to like rising and sinking of air. So, storm motion tells me, as I take a look for specifics, storm motion right here, bunkers right, that tells you how fast the storms will probably be moving. So, they're going to be moving at around 33 miles per hour out to probably the south and is it going to be the south and east? I can't remember my angles and stuff like that, but yeah, it's going to be moving that pretty fast. The helicity, Usually when it's over 200, it tells you that that tells me that you can get anything when it comes to like tropical development. Well, not tropical. God, I'm too busy thinking about what's happening out in the future. Which I'll talk about tropicals later, different stream. Um, anything over 200 helicity, tornadic potential. So it has 250, gonna have tornadic potential. Let's try and find a sounding here with a PDS on it. Because it's on here. It's literally on here. And then I'll get into my hot zone. Right at the border, Kansas, Missouri, Oklahoma. PDS. Critical angle's not as good, but the shear right there, the shear is really good. The helicity is really good. As a matter of fact, there is enough cap here for explosive storms. And when I say explosive, I mean they appear out of thin air and they can become hail producers, maybe even tornadic producers relatively quickly. Just super fast. So, pretty crazy. What areas am I talking about? I am talking about Kansas, Missouri, Oklahoma, Arkansas, right in there. Those guys right there are having a whale of a time. Hopefully the Storm Prediction Center fixed its website. Did it do it? It did! Let's go over the general risks real quick. Slight risk for parts of Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri, Illinois, Kentucky, and Tennessee. If we quickly take a look at just the expanded risks, hail, hatched. Right in there. Usually, let's put it this way. I said if the lapse rates get up to 8, you can see some large hail. Storm Prediction Center agrees. So lapse rates are right around 8. Hatch risk, large hail. Basically that. Wind, not as much. Not as much because the shear doesn't last for all that long, but it's still there. It's actually positioned in a different spot than where it needs to be for a major, like, gigantic tornado outbreak. But it's there. So it's hanging around. So wind, not as much of a risk. Not as widespread. Tornadoes. Tornadoes has a 5% risk across central Oklahoma into Missouri, Arkansas, and Kansas. That could probably be expanded and upgraded. Expanded and upgraded, maybe even hatched in the 10%. So, do keep in mind, this right here was updated at when? This was, I don't know when this was updated. 1737. On Eastern, that's right around 130. So 137 is when this was upgraded, or updated, I should say. So 137 Eastern today is when they did this. What I'm trying to get to is that a lot of time has passed between then and at 2 Eastern. 2 Eastern, mark my words, they're going to issue an enhanced. I will probably put up a community post, so it'll be pretty interesting. Hatch, by the way, for you guys who are new, hatch risk is so a 10% chance or greater probability of that risk being more severe. And what I mean by that is greater impact. Not widespread, localized greater. So if the hail possibility says an inch, the hatch means 2 inches. If hatch means wind, if a regular is 58 miles per hour, a hatched is 74. For tornadoes, if a hatched if the original one is just weaker tornadoes, hatched means, you guessed it, stronger. So it's a good indicator as to the severity of the storms, but not specifics. So it's really one of those things where obviously if you just take my opinion straight up, then it's, you know, you're only going to have one side of the story. You're going to need multiple point of views in order to, come to a consensus.
What you see versus what she sees.
Exactly. So I'm excited to see what the Storm Prediction Center says within the next 2 hours and 50 minutes from now. Let's not overhype this. Yeah, let's put it this way. This isn't going to be a big outbreak. This isn't going to be a widespread. This is going to be localized within a specific area. So it's not going to be, big. We can't say 15% chance for tornadoes right now. They're not going to double upgrade. They're not going to do that. They're probably going to, I would say, issue an enhanced. And then they're, if they have enough confidence in it, they'll probably issue a moderate with 15. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. It's not. Let's put it this way. Whatever risk it is can still produce relatively strong storms. Anything can produce anything. A slight can produce an EF4, a moderate can produce an EF1. So the ratings don't really justify what is going to happen because you don't know what is exactly going to happen. So it is really hard to tell the specifics. You're in Fredericksburg. Are you at risk? I'm assuming Fredericksburg is...
Fredericksburg, Texas?
Mm.
I doubt it. Unless there's a Fredericksburg, Oklahoma. Fredericksburg, Texas is...
Let's see. What's the risk for tornadoes? As of right now, it's 5%. It's probably going to get upgraded to 10. Let's see. You said Fredericksburg.
Fredericksburg, Texas. I've been there multiple times.
It seems it is Texas.
Yeah. Nice place. They've got some pretty good views there.
Fredericksburg, Texas is in the meh risk. They're probably not going to see the brunt force of all this stuff. Oh no, Virginia. No. Today they're not. Tomorrow they're not. Today they might. They'll probably see some gusty winds, honestly. Let's see. Kansas City, yeah, you're safe. I'll just go ahead and answer questions now. I might as well. Dallas, Texas, you're safe. Dallas, Texas isn't going to see really anything. In my opinion. Yeah, just go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and open it up to everyone. Do I think there would be discrete cells or a line? Do I think it's possible for an EF4? When it comes to the severity of tornadoes, if there was only one cell at a time, if there was only just one cell, then it definitely has the opportunity to do so. All right. It'll be discrete cells within a line, if that makes sense. Can I look at the storms in Virginia? Fine. I'll take a look at the storms in Virginia.
God. Nice, Nate.
by the way, Fredericksburg is somewhere around here. So, yeah, there it is. Fredericksburg's okay. They're getting some gusty winds, but they're nothing really too severe. So, Fredericksburg is fine. Everything in Virginia is fine. It's just a bunch of lightning, a bunch of gusty winds, no hail. Not even anywhere along here gives a chance for severe parameters across the board. So, everything along the way is fine. Everything in Virginia is okay. It's kind of the reason why I didn't stream today. Although I gotta say, my hotspot worked out really well. These cells over in Colorado are having a whale of a time. Lot of hail. Lot of hail. Anyways, I had to say that. You're in Garland, Texas. Is there any severe risk for us tomorrow? No. All this is localized within. All this is localized really within Oklahoma, Missouri, Arkansas, and Kansas. Zen, what's up? Nice to see you. Or if you didn't come around, nice to come out to the stream. Do I think this is 2013 more set up but further north? It does seem like it. I will say that. Because it isn't really, you know, it's more discrete rather than widespread. And that's mainly how 2013 literally was. So I wouldn't be surprised. Rogers, Arkansas. Let's figure out where that is. That is... Yeah. They're in the risk, I would say. Can I check Union, South Carolina? They're not going to get anything for the next couple of days. I think St. Louis will get some storms, but there won't be like anything big. That'll be like probably some scattered storms, honestly. Yeah, it's just really interesting. So if they issue a 10% tornado chance, where will it be? Let's go ahead and get into my hot zone, shall we? Let's get into my hot zone. We can, let's get into my hot zone. Because my hot zones, in my opinion, are kind of accurate. So let's go specific here. My hot zone is right here. Actually, a little bit. Here, let's make it. Let's make the pen size a little bit smaller. Right here. That's my hot zone. Actually, not really that much Kansas, as I continue to adapt. Hot zone right there. Yep, Joplin's in it. Siler, what's up? Not much. That's my hot zone. Where could the tornado percent increase be at? Right there. Hot zone. Let's see.
So mean. Sorry, I'm
I-
watching Westworld 3 in the background, and they're like, could he be the mole? No, he's not a very in-depth character. So basically, we just called him a one-note character. I'm like, that's...
Seems legit.
You should
Alright,
watch
anyways.
Westworld. You should tell your chat to watch Westworld.
Yeah, it's just... Right there's my hot zone, guys. It'll probably be increased to a 10% right around northeast Oklahoma. That area for sure. Poor Joplin. Yeah, Joplin seems to always be the short... just end up getting the short straw, don't they? They don't get it voluntarily. They just keep getting it by chance. It's just... It's crazy. Because... I'm not sure you guys understand how I feel about this, alright?
He
A
doesn't
model
feel he's a sociopath.
seems legit. A model that I trust more than any other model, or a set of models that I trust more than any other model, literally said that this event wasn't going to happen. So I'm like, okay, this event will probably have a lot more capping. Then it changed and agreed with every other model. It's not a feeling of betrayal, it's a feeling of shock. Real shock. That I was thinking the latter. Thinking about the latter rather than what everyone else was saying. And so it was crazy. What's worse, Joplin or Moore? Damage wise, Joplin. Intensity wise, depends. Bridge Creek Moore was really insane. 1999. That was crazy. Joplin, you think was more deadly? I think so. Joplin was the costly. Oh, Joplin is the costliest tornado in U.S. history, but the strongest tornado was the Bridge Creek Moore 1999 tornado. Something like that. Let's see. GFS has been doing something in the West Pacific. Yeah, well, it's kind of interesting. Well, not West Pacific, but Tropical Pacific. I've seen that too. Usually whenever the GFS says something about tropical development, it happens. What it's a week out. So, now, personally, I think the models are trying to figure out what's actually happening, but 302 mile per hour wind speeds. If you're talking about Bridge Creek was higher. I think it was like 320, something like that. It's like 302 to 300, well, 300 to 320, something like that. Let's see. Let's take a look. Yeah, I'll just be answering your questions now, I guess. Moderate risk possible tomorrow? Probably. I don't doubt it. Definitely an enhance that minimum. Spotting tomorrow around 1 p.m. When will you be streaming? Late afternoon to evening. Probably right around
He's staying up all night again.
No, I'm staying up until 2, and then I'm going to bed at 2:30. So, something like that. 302 was El Reno. Oh, okay. So 318 was Bridge Creek. That makes sense. Yeah, it's just crazy. Heard what sounded like a loud plane. If it's through my end, it's because I got a fan. I'd melt like an ice cube. I'm literally like, if I weren't streaming, I'd have my shirt off, and so I'd just be cool, you know, something like that. Typically go to bed without a shirt if it's really hot. Minute Maid, sponsor me, please. Another 24-hour stream? Negative. This risk is kind of short-lived, but not short-lived. I'll get into the timing. If I were to stream specifically, I would say pay attention to my community posts. Because that's definitely, I'm going to be updating you all through that. I wanted to make this stream mainly because this couldn't go on a community post, in my opinion. Is that the man, the myth, the legend, AJ? Negative. That's Daniel.
No. God, don't ever compare me to him. Oh my God, there goes your chat. Your chat just had a stroke.
Yep.
302 was El Reno, May 31st, 2014. Yes, we know that.
Trees hit your house. I'd say report it to the National Weather Service so they can do studies on what gusty winds you had. They love to do that. I'm planning, but not planning on doing that in the future. It depends. I want to figure out how they do that. I also want to figure out if you guys saw the community post and I asked you all what that image was. If you guessed creating a supercell, you're right. It actually had a tornado in that picture. So for you guys who actually guessed that, you're right. It was multi-vortex. Ironically, it was the Joplin 2011 tornado.
Uh,
Ironically.
damn it. When did I graduate from Klein? May 2017?
Mm.
Who is my school counselor? Oh, I feel terrible. I don't know this.
What?
Her email address.
Seems legit.
Am I supposed to know this? I barely remember.
Great. Now I have anxiety about one more thing.
Oh, you'll be good.
Yeah, hornets are terrible.
Oh, they did the thing. They did the thing I wanted. I'm gonna mute myself because I'm about to start screaming.
Lamau. We've been watching a cell near Lemon, Colorado. You should take a look at it. It looks pretty organized. Is it that dude? Is it that dude? I don't know. Oh, it's that dude. This dude over here looking thick. I'm just kidding. Let's see what all is happening here for Lemon or Lehman. This is for Elbert County, and that'll be in effect until 9:30. This thing doesn't really look all too organized. According to RAP analysis, it has a 68% chance of producing severe hail, 63% chance of producing severe winds, and 0% chance for tornadoes. So, nothing really organized. There's a 1% chance for tornadoes around here. Colton, for the love of God, nothing's happening in South Carolina. Nothing. You're fine. As a matter of fact, the risk for Dixie is probably narrowing itself down. Usually you guys get your activity around April. Now the models are starting to trend to where it's not really going to be focusing on Dixie as much. So, South Carolina is fine. Saw a video on the Joplin tornado. Lightning kept shooting out of it. Yeah, that thing was intensifying like rapidly. It was crazy. Lived in Franklin, Texas, 2011. Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee. Cost of this tornado damage U.S. history. Outbreak more than... Yeah, it was crazy. That was... 15% SIG possible tomorrow? Probably. I mean, there's a good chance that it has that.
Bro,
But,
like, they killed William, and they replaced him with a host version of himself.
Do you mind?
Recording from chat. Yes, I do mind very much. I got hit by a major tornado April 27th. I was in Alabama. Well, I hope you're okay and are surviving well. 15% SIG, or 15 SIG for possible tomorrow. I mean, honestly, anything's possible tomorrow right now.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I think it's best to wait until 1 for the NWS update before we start saying anything. I'm just saying there's very little that would surprise me.
Yep.
About the forecast for tomorrow.
Yep. Do you have a risk tomorrow? Depends. I can't quite remember where you live or around what area. If I do forget, nothing personal, except for that one guy who keeps asking, "What about Spanish Fort?" I know exactly where Spanish Fort is now because he's asked like 5,000 times per stream. If you're still on here, do me a favor, put that in the live chat, and then I'll answer it. There's nothing against that. It's just, it's funny. You know, thanks. Half your house got torn down. Oof. Crazy. Yeah, I'm glad. No, nothing bad happened. It was weird. EF3 touchdown was in the mall and they told everyone to get out. Yeah, well, there needs to be safe spaces in public areas, honestly. What am I eating? Sour Patch Kids, and now I am eating sunflower seeds. I don't know why, I've just been eating. What about Spanish Fort? Have I ever watched an ABC video of the super outbreak? Nope. Well, actually, I probably have. I just can't remember it off the top of my head. I've just been more enveloped with YouTube videos on it. So like whether it's the 12-hour video of James Spann covering the thing or the compilation of all the EF4 and above tornadoes, stuff like that. Crazy. So yeah, to reiterate, guys, I'm basically gonna go over all the things right here, and actually, you know what? Let's just go over it one more time, because why not? Probably an enhanced risk is gonna go get updated tomorrow. So northeastern Oklahoma, northwestern Arkansas, southwestern Missouri, and southeastern Kansas is probably gonna get the highest risk for severe weather conditions, which is the reason why my hot zone is right within this area. There's a reason why I put a hot zone right here. Mainly because I think it's going to be the worst right around here. Chuck D, see you later. So it's pretty crazy. Northeast Arkansas is going to get some scattered storms. It won't be as bad as the opposite side of the state. Just look at the dew points for tomorrow around the area of concern. Definitely going to be a long day for those folks. Yeah, it's right now it's still surreal, and that's the reason why I'm not fully on my game right now. I'm just still trying to process. It's kind of similar to how if you guys were here for my Easter stream, my Easter 24-hour stream. Sadly, it's not on YouTube anymore, although someone actually pulled up, someone like screen recorded while I was on it. The actual Bassfield Soso tornado. You can, if you guys remember that, it was surreal to me that this could happen. And I was trying to formulate my words as to what all I could say. And so it's the similar situation what I'm dealing with right now. Can I take some more soundings, please? Yep. They probably won't be PDS soundings, but they're going to be soundings. Cape, obviously, big factor here. Anything over 4,000 joules per kilogram really tells you that you've got a lot of energy. As a matter of fact, usually the area that I look for when it comes to Cape, anything above 1,500 joules per kilogram tells you you have enough Cape for a storm. Anything above 2,500 supercells. So, it's really one of those things where as I take a look and see that the Cape numbers are approaching 5,000, that's a lot of energy. That's a lot of energy. There's also a decent cap here. Capping inversion basically means that it's something that prevents thunderstorms from initiating. So a cap can either be good or bad. The way it's good is if there's a lot of it, it can completely shut down an entire outbreak, which is basically what the NAM was saying until this point. If there's a little bit of cap there, basically says that you can have explosive storms. So yeah, there's that. Love it.
Love it.
Can't go a single stream without timing someone out. Lovely. Severe thunderstorm in Virginia. Oh, that's over down there. That's over near Jamie, actually. Jamie's, I think, south of that, maybe. But we'll have to find out. So yeah, let's continue on with what we got here. Cape, a lot of energy here. Helicity, anything over 200 is gives you tornadic potential. So 327. 327. I was gonna say that's mental, but can you be a mod? You have to submit a an application, my friend. Also, usually my mods are along for my stream. Just this is a really late stream, and so none of them are on except for one.
But I'm here.
Hi, Daniel.
I've got real loyalty.
But anyways, yeah, I
I
was
was
gonna say
just about to ask if I needed to shut him down.
yeah. Well, I already put him down.
All right, cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, for some reason, whenever I changed my face cam, the sound went out, and so I was just like, thing wouldn't function. Where? If you go to my about page, literally says, "Hey, Jeff's here." Give me a second. I gotta promote Jeff mod. There we go. He sent me an application. We liked his application, so we put him that. You missed my other comment. Did I really? There's currently not an enhanced. Wait, there's no other comment here. You're gonna charge your computer. See if the next update got. No, they're not updating the risk until 6Z. 6Z. So, you guys got to do that. Yeah, if you go to the about, gives you my email. You just have to email me something about yourself, association with weather, why you think you're a good mod. It's easy as that. Oh, and make sure you put your age there, because Discord terms of service states that you have to be 13 or older in order to have a Discord account. So, I recommend that you create a Discord account and that you're 13 or above. Yeah, I gotta get back to you. I'll get back to everyone who's already emailed me, but it's just kind of been a wonky week for me so far. But anyways, helicity that's over 300, crazy, mental. Blast rates approaching 8, crazy, mental. Shear, lower levels 20 knots, upper level, well, kind of upper levels, surface to 3 kilometer, 50 knots, mental. Everything along there is just, it's crazy. Let's put it this way. I wasn't expecting this to do anything. My business email, indeed. Everything I conduct is business. Yeah, it's crazy. Said you were going to need to charge the computer. Oh, okay. Well then, if you have to drop off, then you're fine. You can do so.
How dare you? How
I'll
dare
see
you think
within
you
the
can
next-
just leave?
The mouth. I'll see you in the next stream if you have to. What time will the stream start tomorrow? I'm thinking right around 5 Eastern, 4 Central. But it might be later, it might be sooner. I'll update that on my community post. Yeah, critical angle is alright, but the photograph looks really nice. Dew points are in the lower 70s. Just, there's a lot of things that is pretty crazy. How long did it take for me to get community tab once I hit 1K? You hit 1K a week ago, it still don't have it. Couple of days, and then they gave it to me. But I got it at like 1,200 something. So, you really want to learn some more about the weather, it's interesting, and you're happy you found this channel, well, I'll probably have one of these days where I just come out, and I just try and teach you all about, like, specifics. It'd be pretty interesting. If you guys think that, actually, you know what, I'll post a poll in the community tab. If you guys think that I should, start making, like, a series of, like, the specifics of weather and start teaching you all, then vote on that poll. Well, I guess we'll see. Stream in the evening tomorrow? Yeah. I'd say so. So tornado chances around 4 p.m. Central. Nope, I'm streaming early on purpose so that I can get the beginning of the event from the end. You know, when it just begins to blow up. The tornado potential will be an hour to an hour and a half after, maybe even a little bit further out. So, yeah. But it don't have to depend. You guys gotta pay attention to my community tab so that I can. So that's 4, and then at 5 everything pops up. I might be streaming earlier. We'll have to see. What do I think the tornado would be if there's a tornado? Hot zone would be indicated right within here. This blue box that's terribly drawn is my hot zone. Since I still can't do the community posts, just know I'd be interested. Alright, well, then I will probably see you around then. I appreciate you coming out for, how many streams has it been now? I don't know, but I still thank you all for doing this. Especially since it's almost midnight Eastern, so for all the people who came out to the emergency severe weather stream, you know, I appreciate you all. I really do. I still can't believe that this is happening, but you know what? It's happening. So, it is what it is. Welcome to weather. That's basically the best way I can describe it to you all. Welcome to the weather. Yeah, so it's just crazy. Let's see. Where do I think the tornado would be? Oh yeah, I answered that one. Let's see. I appreciate you for coming out, tuning to this channel for severe weather. I appreciate it. Are the storm going to form north or south of the warm front? Probably south. Probably south. I believe that this right here, if I go back, this chunky boy right here is the warm front. So as that pushes off, you'll see that a cold front forms right behind that. And then it pushes off down to the south and disintegrates. So, Nate, will this miss Memphis? They'll probably get some severe, well, they'll probably get some scattered storms, but it won't be, like, severe. Anything hitting South Carolina? Negative, my friend. Nothing will, be around that area, in my opinion. You didn't sleep on nights like this? I get really excited, and I'm not even living in those areas. So, for right now, as I said, this is still surreal to me. I can't really believe that this all is happening, in my opinion. But you know what? Welcome to the weather. As I try and figure out what all is happening, you guys are here with me, and so I appreciate that. Just want to quickly say to all the people who have subscribed, liked, shared, you know, hit the bell, stuff like that. You know, I just want to say you guys are the real reason why this channel continues to grow. You know, it's been crazy how this has really transpired into I would say a growing community. And I would like for us to continue to grow so that not only we can inform more people on what's all happening when it comes to live weather analysis, but you know, we can also have other people's opinions, and this can kind of be like a safe haven for weather enthusiasts.
Is this a safe space?
Do you?
If not, I'm gonna be triggered.
Seems legit. Anything in Ohio? Negative. These storms are gonna be weird since they are expected to fire, then weaken very fast. Depends upon what model you use. It doesn't seem to weaken relatively fast. Let's put it this way. Every other model says that it's going to be relatively intense, and then it weakens as it continues to move out of the main risk. So, yeah. You're in the hot zone? Well, then you better take your precautions then. I would say have a plan of action. Better safe than sorry. You've been here since early December 2019. Crazy. That's crazy. That's like well before all of this growth. If the Linwood tornado had done its period EF4 damage over Kansas City, would it have been EF5? Um, Probably it would have. Probably would have. Yeah, probably would have. You should make your own subreddit. That's actually a pretty good idea. I like that. I probably could make my own subreddit. I would just need to make it when my channel is a bit larger. I'm not really gonna have my own Discord channel. I mean, I'm sponsored by a Discord channel, which if you want to join that Discord, link in the description down below. Just right now, we're kind of in a rough spot, so just you know make sure you pay attention to the rules and stuff like that. But as for right now, I don't have anything that's really organized by me. Um, that you guys could follow up with besides social media. YouTube. I'm still really surprised that I've gotten this high. So, I didn't. I had plans for long term, and now I have to make plans for short term because I didn't. And now I'm up here. So, I will say this because of your guys' generous donations. Um, I'm happy to announce that we hit our budget for our new computer, and what that would mean for you all is that you guys would get better quality, better more options that I can bring to the table when it comes to weather, as well as I could be running my simulations relatively quickly. So, pretty cool. I think this is really awesome that you're doing this. I've been watching for about 2 weeks now, and I'm already learning a lot. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. As I said, if you guys have your questions, feel free to ask. I'll try and answer them to the best of my abilities. That's what I want to continue to try and do as we continue to grow. But, yeah. So, I'll be running 2 computers. This one that I already have, that'll be for the this one will be mainly for the stream. My other one, I'm gonna slap all my weather stuff in there. So, um, as I look at my computer, if whenever I buy it and assemble it, um, if I were to give it a name, it would just be based off the community or something like that. So whenever I look at that computer, that'll remind me of you guys, and I just want to tell you guys that you guys are the real reason why I'm still doing this. So appreciate that. Um, I mean, I still would do it even if the community wasn't as high as it is right now, but it is definitely really interesting. Have I decided what graphics card I'm getting? I actually had a bunch of people look up what exactly I should get, because I still don't know a lot about computers, but I have one right here. For all that is interested into what all I'm getting, there you are. My graphics card, I believe. Well, there's my processor up here, the Threadripper. Graphics card. Believe that's it. I can't remember specifically. I'm a noob when it comes to that. But this is all what I'm getting. So for all the people who want to know, there it is. All right, back to the models. Yeah, I probably will cry. Probably will cry if a big city hits that area. Do I think that this will be a major supercell event or a line of storms? It'll be a major supercell event along a line of storms. No, I'm serious. In all seriousness, you could see some discrete supercells along a line, and that's not really good. When will this severe weather go? When is this severe weather going to happen? Tomorrow. Tomorrow night. Tomorrow night's when I'm gonna be streaming. So for everyone who's here tonight, expect stream to happen tomorrow evening to tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, sometime around there. So have your notifications on, I would say, for my channel. It's tall order. I understand because everyone kind of is touchy with their notifications, but I would say, if you definitely want to come out to the stream, which I hope you guys do, keep your notifications on so we can continue to go do all this. Netflix added Modern Family. What? I might take a look at that actually. Modern Family is an interesting show. I'll say that. Um, so yeah, just let's put it this way: short briefing to all the people who literally skimmed all the way to the end. Um, Hail, relatively large. Wind, kind of widespread, but it's not as intense as it was today. Tornadoes, as of right now, this is prior to the Storm Prediction Center updating this probably to an enhanced risk. Um, could be some strong tornadoes. So those are your risks. My hot zone for the people who know what that is. This box right here is my hot zone. Actually, it's not really a lot of Kansas. It's right around here. That's really my hot zone. Northeastern Oklahoma, northwestern Arkansas, southwestern Missouri, southeastern Kansas. What about the GR2 Analyst model? GR2 Analyst is as good as it gets. I can't really better that besides color tables, stuff like that. What type of chair is that? Because you're looking to buying one? I don't even know. My mom bought this for me for Christmas. It was pretty cool because I had this squeaky, really squeaky chair. I mean, yeah, this thing is still squeaky, but if you look up gaming chairs, it should be on there. But I didn't. It doesn't say exactly what it is, so I've got no clue. Yeah, no clue. PDS, watch you think? Nope, I don't believe so. Do I cover hurricanes? Yep, I do. I'll be covering them whenever they become more sporadic, honestly. I'll probably be doing live weather analysis when it comes to updates for hurricanes, unless if they're not really gonna do anything in my opinion. If there's something in the middle of the Atlantic and it's not gonna impact the U.S., then I'm probably just gonna put a community post on it. Other than that, I probably will do live updates on the actual hurricanes and stuff like that. So something that you guys could get used to. If stuff is impacting the U.S., then I'm gonna be doing long streams. So, yeah, fun times. Looks like tornado season will go insane in late May, early June, according to the CFS model. Yeah, here's the thing. I know we've all been saying, well, or at least I've specifically have been saying, April is just, just a small speck when it comes to, what's going to happen in May. But the pattern has kind of been really weird. And when I say that, I mean it's not a typical May pattern. It's how can I describe it? It's still an early it's a fall pattern. It's a really weird fall pattern. And now it's starting to transition into a May pattern. You'll start to see some troughing, and then you'll start to see some storm after storm after storm within a span of say 3 days, stuff like that. So it'll start to get worse as it continues to go into May. But as for the first week and a half of May, it doesn't seem to be doing anything besides this event, obviously. How long am I going to be streaming tomorrow? I don't know. I hope to be streaming until... When does this say it's going to end? It says it's going to end right around midnight Central. So I probably will be streaming until midnight. Something like that. Another subpar 10-hour stream. Something like that. Who knows? Severe weather isn't that scary when you practically live and breathe it. Yeah, that's true. Or fear the day a 3-mile wide tornado strikes a large metropolitan area. That sounds like an EAS situation or something like that. Yeah, that would be crazy. If that were to happen, I would just... You thought this stream was bad when it comes to like me thinking about what I needed to say. Try like a week. I'll probably be flabbergasted for like ever. Yeah. Where's the New Yorker? He's not on tonight. Respectively. It's midnight. They got a curfew, so they gotta go to sleep anyways. Mediocre Roblox. You don't need to say that Athens, Georgia has an enhanced risk tomorrow over and over and over again. Number one, that's misinformation. Number two, because what you kind of spammed it the last time, you know. That's kind of spam. So Athens, Georgia does not have an enhanced risk tomorrow. But it very well could within the next year. All right. Is there any other questions that people need? People may have, because I know this event is relatively new to everyone. And it doesn't even have to relate to the event, really. It could just be anything. Good thing you don't sleep until 5 a.m. and they're really behind on homework, Lamau. I just kind of cleaned my room. Kind of. It's really a lot more open than it has been. So, that's kind of pretty good. I'm trying to think of what else I could say. I got 2 hours until the SPC updates. Do I think this will be a bad year? If you're talking about severe weather, obviously so far it's been pretty bad, but I don't. Severe weather, you can start seeing some more wind gusts like we had today. Honestly, more gusty wind threats. You can see some more of those probably. When it comes to hurricane season, yep, definitely be above average. Do I think Illinois will be bad this year? I mean, there's a potential for it to be decent. You guys might get some more of the gusty winds that I was talking about just a second earlier. Will June be as bad as May this year? Probably. There's a good chance for it. It might even be worse just based off of how the first half of the month basically doesn't do anything. Storm status, what's up? A lemonade. Please. Be fun. What are my thoughts for the St. Louis area this May and June? It's kind of the same thing as Illinois. You guys might get some gusty winds and stuff like that from the Bow Echo QLCS crap that could be forming. It's really interesting, actually, what all could be happening, because I don't think, as much as I don't want to say this, I kind of want to say this at the same time. A good friend of mine, we were talking about the models and stuff like that, and he/we, I'm saying he though because he really did it himself, came to the conclusion that the models don't really know what they're doing. And so I'm taking the models with a grain of salt that past a week. So anything past half of their frames, take them with a grain of salt. So it's meh. It's really interesting. Will there be tornadoes and strong ones in Illinois this year? With what I just said about the QLCS Bow Echo derecho type things, probably not. But I don't rule it out. I could for sure have the possibility of it having some stuff later. So it's really interesting. Yeah, so what do I think Detroit area would be looking for mid-May, early June. Kind of cold. Let's take a look at the CFS. I haven't seen the recent CFS, honestly. I said that it could possibly be cold. Yeah, look at that. Mid-May. Kind of cool. 50s. 50s. Crap. And then it starts to get warm, obviously. Yeah. Detroit could see. Yeah, you can. Detroit's probably going to see a lot more gusty wind threat, not really tornadoes, I'd say. So we might get one more discrete supercell event. You might. Illinois is kind of touchy, but you might. It's too far east, I'd say. Oh, interesting. C Story, what's up? Welcome back. It's kind of interesting.
Hey, Nate.
What?
I completely forgot that I was in here.
Seems legit. What
I
type of
muted, I
mod are
deafened
you?
myself to go listen to the soundtrack and got completely caught up in that. And then I'm like, wait, I feel like I was in the middle of something.
What type of mod are you?
Uh, not a very good one tonight. Oh, God.
That's all right. Most of our Wi-Fi is actually mine. Sometimes goes out. Sometimes it's fun.
I could
I
see
love it.
Hank. I could see Hank chasing tomorrow.
He probably will chase Northeast Oklahoma. Probably will.
Oh wait, not if it's a night-driven event. He doesn't. Well, he'll do night-driven events, but mostly for lightning.
It's not really gonna be night driven. It's gonna be like 5.
You said it was gonna. Okay, 5.
I said evening. What do I think the weather is gonna look like for Northeast Ohio? Probably the same thing as Detroit, honestly. Surge Cape, yeah, indeed. The only thing I saw from May if possible was Cape on the 27th, and who knows that far ahead? Yeah, exactly. What's Central Indiana looking for like for the system? Central Indiana is actually not going to be getting a lot from this system. Actually, it's barely in the general thunderstorm risk. So you guys for tomorrow should be all right. When it comes to Indiana in general, they'll probably get some stuff next weekend. Probably some gusty winds. But other than that, you guys are kind of in the clear for a bit. You guys even might see some thunderstorm activity later on Tuesday. So you guys should be all right. I think you're breathing into your mic very aggressively. Isn't that true, Molly? It seems as if Daniel is dead. Lit.
I mean, almost. I want pizza.
Pizza's fun. I'll buy my open state, open end order. Lit. Alright, how many tornadoes were there on January 10th, 2019? I've got no clue. Honestly, I don't. We can't use Storm Prediction Center all too much. Look, we might as well try and figure out. Um, 19. Get data. Nothing was reported on the 10th of 2019. The percent go up, down, or stay? It hasn't updated yet. It's gonna update in an hour and 56 minutes. See, it's still there. I'm literally automatically assuming that this is going to be an enhanced. I'm automatically assuming. So it's just whether or not it turns moderate, but who knows? Oh, you meant 2020. So I see. 53. There were 53 tornado reports. When it comes to filtered, 50. 50 tornadoes reported. Yo, they are. r/weather is pretty good. Anything on Reddit is pretty good.
Meteorology is another one.
Yo, dudes, like that button. I don't know. This stream's starting to die out a bit.
Hey, y'all better hit that like button harder than you hit your wife.
We're gonna get demonetized.
See, that's if they look at the stream.
50 is insane for January. Yeah, you're telling me. This is the last comment. Oh, you saying safe during this pandemic? Tried but got. Oh, that's unfortunate. That is really unfortunate. Send my condolences as a person who has had the coronavirus.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, it's crazy. So yeah, stream's starting to die down. So if anyone has their final questions, feel free to put it out. Otherwise, I'm gonna take off for the night. Probably watch Storm Prediction Center for like 24 hours.
We're all gonna be up till 1 this morning.
I'm going to be. So yeah. Yeah, this pandemic thing is really annoying. I was planning on being one of the best tennis players in West Virginia, but you know what? This is a suitable replacement. You know, YouTube's okay for now. I'm just joking. YouTube's is more than okay. Obviously, you know, YouTube isn't my life yet, and it probably won't be because weather's going to be out. Always it will be my life. So yeah. One thing I will say, sellout moment, guys. If you guys don't want to hear this, then skip ahead. This is the end of this, probably the end of the stream though, so you might not want to. Subscribe if you're new.
Self promotes for 10 minutes.
Subscribe if you're new. Jeez. Anyways, subscribe if you're new. Basically what I do on my channel is I do live weather analysis. I also do live streams so I can interact with all the people within the channel. Yeah, so I just do live severe weather analysis with my team, although it's depends upon whether or not they come out. Hit the bell once you do so you know when I'm doing it, because live streaming. Like the video, it helps me out with YouTube's algorithm. YouTube's algorithm basically is just if there are more people liking my video, then it's thinking, hey, maybe more people will like my videos. So there it is.
If the stream's shutting down for the night, I'm heading out. You take it easy.
Yep, take care. And then share the videos with friends, family, you know, acquaintances, stuff like that. Who knows? I can understand if you don't want to share the stream though, because it's weather. It's kind of awkward. Just like, oh, hey, you're talking to your friend one of these days. You're like, hey, man, I got this weather streamer. This dude's pretty cool. You know, he live streams the weather. Your friend's probably gonna think you're a freaking idiot. You know, so I can understand if you don't need to share, if you don't want to share it. You know, but I'd appreciate it. You know, maybe Twitter. Who knows? Twitter's weird. Twitter's crazy. Let's see. Let's see. Somebody asked Is there anything for Oklahoma this coming week? Yes, Oklahoma is their northeastern Oklahoma is definitely gonna get some stuff tomorrow. So that's what the stream tomorrow is definitely gonna be for. It'll be for the possible severe weather outbreak that will be occurring tomorrow. So we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, if you guys have any final questions before I head out, then feel free to put it. Go check out Spanish for it. Seems legit. Yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Then got me on Twitter. Seems legit. Yeah, let's try. Yeah, people do take weather more seriously. Yeah, it's stupid. Um, Yep. So live stream tomorrow. Expect the live stream to be tomorrow. Possible severe weather event, and yeah, probably be around 4 Central. So expect the stream around 4 Central tomorrow. I guess we'll see what all's happening. Oh yeah, speaking of which, I also incorporated a new sound bit for whenever people donate $49.99 or above, and I'm really excited to see that. So we'll see. Would you start the stream again if the percentage goes up? Not tonight. I'll probably post a community post, but other than that, no. The DC area too. You think? Yeah, DC is fun, but that area in Virginia is like, eh. Colorado and Nebraska is really the areas that are main focus for tonight. But either or, nothing really is gonna happen tonight. So, thank you guys for coming out to the stream, and yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out, people, brothers. End the stream, please.